Hi grade 3s, welcome to this week's numeracy lesson. Today we are going to be looking at multiplication. Here are some other words that we can use when we refer to multiplication. Multiply, times, product, and by. There are many more, but these are the most common ones. Before we can do any type of multiplication, we need to know our times tables. Let's practice these. Say the answer as fast as you can. Let's check your answers. 2 times 3, 6. 4 times 5, 20. 5 times 2, 10. 3 times 6, 18. Now try these. 5 times 3, 15. 2 times 9, 18. 3 times 4, 12. 6 times 2, 12. Well done if you got those correct. Keep practicing. Let's have a look at each part of an equation. This is what a multiplication equation looks like. This is our example. The 2 is the multiplier. Obviously, it won't always be a 2. We will use different numbers. Then we have our unit, our 10, and our 100. The 2 lines at the bottom show where we are going to put our answer. These are the steps we take in order to tackle a multiplication sum. Step 1, times your multiplier by the unit. Step 2, times your multiplier by the 10. And step 3, times your multiplier by the 100. Let's have a look at this example. 132 times 2. We are going to use the steps from before to tackle the sum. Step 1, times your multiplier by your unit. 2 times 2, 4. Step 2, times your multiplier by the 10. 2 times 3, 6. And step 3, times your multiplier by the 100. 2 times 1, 2. So our answer is 264. Our next example is 213 times 3. Step 1, times your multiplier by the unit. So we are going to say 3 times 3 is 9. Step 2, times your multiplier by the 10. Now we can say 3 times 1 is 3. And lastly, step 3, times your multiplier by the 100. 3 times 2 is 6. So our answer is 639. This example says 241 times 2. Step 1, times your multiplier by the unit. 2 times 1 is 2. Step 2, times your multiplier by the 10. 2 times 4 is 8. And step 3, times your multiplier by the 100. 2 times 2 is 4. And we get the answer of 482. This is our last example that we are going to go through. 120 times 4. Step 1, times your multiplier by the unit. 4 times 0 is 0. Step 2, times your multiplier by the 10. 4 times 2 is 8. And step 3, times your multiplier by the 100. 4 times 1 is 4. Activity time. This is such an important time of the day because it shows that we've learned our work. This is what you'll need for the activity: a pencil, paper, and a worksheet. If you weren't able to print the worksheet, that's when you'll be using your piece of paper. This is what the worksheet looks like. The top part is normal multiplication sums. The bottom part are the types of sums like we have just done. If you weren't able to print the worksheet, do not worry. Simply write your answers on your separate piece of paper. I hope you all enjoyed that lesson and that you liked the new way of doing multiplication sums. Remember, keep practicing your times tables.